Greece is always at the top of a savvy traveler's list of must-see locations since it is a gorgeous paradise filled with breathtaking views. It can be challenging to choose from more than 200 inhabited islands, many of which seem amazing. This selection of 10 islands has been put together for curious world travelers to enjoy their upcoming vacation to the Mediterranean. Number 10. Santorini. Santorini, also known by its official name Thera, is a volcanic caldera that was the site of one of the biggest eruptions in the previous 100,000 years. This catastrophic event, which is said to have had the force of 40,000 Hiroshima bombs, purportedly brought an end to the Minoan civilization in Crete by obliterating all life and covering Akrotiri in a 30-meter blanket of pumice and ash. Because the island is home to the Akrotiri ruins, Argyros Mansion, ancient Thera, and the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist, history buffs adore Santorini. Santorini is regarded as the supermodel of the Greek islands because of its remarkable blue-domed churches, dramatic black cliffs, and whitewashed buildings. Since it rarely rains there, Santorini is renowned for having more churches than homes as well as more wine than water. Number 9. Mykonos. Although Mykonos, a small Cycladic island, only has 10,000 residents, the town welcomes more than 2 million tourists annually, making it the most international island in Greece. Mykonos, a Greek island that the Ionians founded in the 11th century BC, is ideal for history buffs because it has a wealth of historical sites to explore, including the Church of Paraportiani, Little Venice, the Monastery of Panagia Torliani, and legends about vampires and early pirates. Throughout history, the island was frequently plundered by pirates due to its location in the Aegean Sea. Our favorite amusing fact about Mykonos is that there are roughly one Byzantine church for every local household. The island has over 600 of them. Don't skip out on these Mykonos must-do activities. Spend the morning at the Apollos Sanctuary on Delos, a nearby island across from Mykonos, and the evenings at the bars. The warmest hues of the Aegean Sea are used in the sunset in Little Venice to color the houses built on water by maritime merchants in the 18th century. Number 8. Zakynthos. The third largest Ionian island, Zakynthos is renowned as the flower of the Levant and is home to the well-known Navajo Beach, also known as Shipwreck Beach, where you may see a shipwreck from 1980 in an exposed cove. Famous mayor and bishop refused orders to submit a list of the town's Jewish citizens for deportation to the death camps during World War II and the German occupation of Greece. The majority of the town's Jews were instead hidden in outlying villages, and some accounts claim that all 275 Jews of Zakynthos survived the war. In addition to being the home of the critically endangered Crete loggerhead turtle, experts reveals that Zakynthos is also home to the deepest point in the Mediterranean Sea, located 4,004 meters southeast of the island, and that it shares Rhodes' record for Greece's longest annual sun exposure. Number 7. Skopelos. Skopelos is best known for being the picture-perfect island featured in Mamma Mia, where some sequences were recorded in the Church of Agios Ioannis, now also known as Mamma Mia Church, the greenest island in Greece with more than 50% of its area covered by a forest of pine trees. Skopelos is well renowned for its olives and diet heavy in olive oil, much like Aegina is for its pistachios. But that's not all. The island was inhabited by Minoans from Crete around 1600 BC, and their fabled monarch Staphylos, a descendant of the god of wine Dionysus, made the island famous for wine throughout the Mediterranean. Number 6. Corfu. The architecture and culture of Corfu, which became part of Greece in 1864, reflect the time island spent under Venetian, British, and French rule. The vineyards that surround Corfu's oldest village, Old Perithia, offer tranquil getaways and wine-tasting trips, while the region's rugged mountains and greenery add to the natural beauty of its coasts and secluded bays. History buffs can visit the 13th century monastery at Palaiokastriza, as well as the Venetian strongholds in Corfu town. If you're more of an adventurous, go to Sidari for water parks, cliff jumping, and snorkeling. If you have the stamina, climb Mount Pantocrator's Peak for panoramic views of the island. Number 5. Milos. Milos, a volcanic island in the Cyclades, is known as the Island of Colors for its unspoiled natural landscapes. The rocky hills that meet the blue waters have long been a favorite site for the locals, although not many people from abroad still visit this peaceful island. Perhaps the island's most renowned features are its surreal geology and seaside scenery. To soak up the sun in a bay surrounded by white volcanic rocks, travel to Zakynthos. In Kleftiko, you can explore underwater caverns and an area of rocky outcrops. Take a stroll into the more than 2,000-year-old catacombs of Milos while you're there. Number 4. Alonissos, natural caves, unspoiled pebble beaches, and the biggest marine park in Europe may all be found in Alonissos. The oldest village on Alonissos, Kora, is situated atop a hill with panoramic views of the island. Alonissos is becoming a popular eco-tourist destination because of the work of volunteers and conservationists. You can see a wide variety of marine life on scuba diving excursions, including the critically endangered monk seal. Hikers can travel on dozens of walking trails to charming towns, rocky landscapes, and ravines. If you enjoy the outdoors, keep an eye out for the olive orchards, maple trees, and pine trees that make up the bucolic southern vistas. Number 3. Naxos. Naxos is the largest and most diverse island in the Cyclades, a group of islands in the Aegean Sea. It offers a variety of attractions for tourists, from stunning beaches and picturesque villages to ancient ruins and cultural festivals. Whether you are looking for a relaxing getaway or an adventurous exploration, Naxos has something for everyone. One of the main reasons to visit Naxos' beautiful coastline, which stretches for over 90 kilometers. You can find sandy beaches, rocky coves, secluded bays, and crystal-clear waters. Some of the most popular beaches are Agios Prokopios, Agia Anna, Plaka, and Mykri Vigla, where you can enjoy swimming, sunbathing, surfing, and kite surfing and other water sports. You can also take a boat trip to the nearby islands of Kufanesia, Iraklia, and Shinusa, which are part of the small Cyclades. Another reason to choose Naxos as your destination is its rich history and culture. Naxos was one of the first inhabited islands in Greece and has been influenced by various civilizations over the centuries. You can see the traces of this heritage in the archaeological sites, museums, and monuments that dot the island. Some of the most impressive ones are the Portara, a huge marble gate that was part of an unfinished temple dedicated to Apollo, the Venetian Castle, a medieval fortress that houses a museum, a library, and a cultural center, and the Temple of Demeter, a 6th century BC sanctuary that was recently restored. Number 2. Crete. Crete is the largest and most populous of the Greek islands and a popular tourist destination for its rich cultural heritage, diverse natural beauty, and hospitable people. Whether you are looking for ancient ruins, pristine beaches, scenic mountains, or lively cities, Crete has something to offer for everyone. Crete is the birthplace of the Minoan civilization, one of the oldest and most advanced in Europe. You can explore the impressive palaces of Naxos, Phaistos, and Melia, and marvel at the frescoes, pottery, and jewelry that showcase the artistic and technological achievements of the Minoans. You can also visit the archaeological museums of Heraklion and Chania, where you can see artifacts from different periods of Cretan history, from the Neolithic to the Roman times. Crete is also home to many Byzantine churches, Phoenician fortresses, Ottoman mosques, and traditional villages that reflect the diverse influences that shaped the island's culture. Crete is blessed with a varied landscape that ranges from snow-capped mountains to sandy beaches, from fertile plains to rugged gorges. You can hike the famous Samaria Gorge, the longest in Europe, and enjoy the stunning views of the cliffs, forests, and rivers along the way. You can also explore the caves of Diction and Idion, where according to Greek mythology Zeus was born and raised. If you love water sports, you can swim, snorkel, surf, or kayak in the crystal-clear waters of the Mediterranean Sea, or join a boat tour to visit the nearby islands of Spinalonga, Bramvusa, or Chrysi. Number 1. Ikaria. Ikaria, one of the older islands in the Aegean Sea, is well known for its mountainous terrain and strong red wine. Ikaria has been inhabited since at least 7000 BC, when the Neolithic pre-Hellenic Pelasgian people first settled there. It is also known as the site of the Icarus mythology. Ikaria saw significant loss of life and property as a result of ongoing wars in the middle of the 20th century. Ikaria first experienced hardship during World War II in 1941 when the Germans invaded Greece, and the island saw further hardship in 1946 during the Greek Civil War. A must-see whilst in Ikaria is the Archaeological Museum of Campos, followed by a visit to the island's oldest church, the Church of Agia Irene, and ending the day at the Castle of Koskina. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. For more videos like these, subscribe our channel and don't forget to hit the bell button.